Welcome to our today's lesson. This is a continuation of our previous lesson where we were talking about industries and the resources and economic activities. We looked at the Juakali industries. We also looked at the reasons why they started and their benefits. Now, generally here, we are looking at the contribution of all the industries, the types of industries. That is the primary industries, which are also known as processing industries, secondary industries, which are also known as manufacturing. We have service industries and assembly industries. Generally, all of them, how good are they to us? What good things do they give to people and to the country at large? To start with, we have creation of jobs, or in other words, you can say employment. Having many industries in our countries, all the types of industries, they make people, or people get jobs. They're employed in different sectors. Others may be employed as drivers to transport goods. Others will be employed as casual laborers, cleaners in those industries. Others will be employed in those areas where the goods to operate those machines and so on. So through that, a large number of population in our country is able to get jobs and earn a living. Number two, we have earning foreign exchange. Earning foreign exchange. So this is the money we get in the form of dollars, in the form of pounds or euros when we export, when we sell goods outside Kenya. The goods we make here, the goods we manufacture, the goods we make through our various industries. Either it is a service you are providing, either it is a commodity you have made through our industries, can be sold outside the countries. And when we get the money in the form of the dollars, in the form of pounds and euros, if they are converted to our currency, we get a lot of income. Then we have utilization of local resources. So when you talk of local, this word local is what is found within our environment. Found within our environment. What is found within our environment, meaning that it is not brought from outside, it is just within our environment. So we have the resources. Resources, if you can see here, these are things we need to create wealth, or what we use to create wealth. We have, for example, we have land, we have animals, we have forests. Whatever we are going to have in our country, whatever we are going to have in our environment, instead of depending from outside our country, we just use whatever we have. We can use land to carry out agriculture. We can use land to establish buildings which we can rent and get money. We can use land to establish irrigation farming or large-scale farming. We grow one type of crop in large amount where we can get a very large harvest which can be sold to get money. Animals. We have various types of animals. We have both birds, which are kept at home. We have animals which are kept at home. We have also wild animals. They can be very beneficial to us. We can establish game reserves within areas which seem to be less productive. And the tourists will come to our country. They can see the animals, which in turn, they leave a lot of money with us. We have number 4, development of infrastructure. Infrastructure. These are the things that benefit the public or people in our country. We have roads. We have hospitals. We have markets. We have schools. We have playgrounds where people within our society can go to refresh themselves, to relax, to play football, to watch games, and so on. So the money we get, especially from foreign exchange. And another point which I'm going to talk about as we continue, the government uses that money to construct more roads, to ease transport, to construct more hospitals, to ease population in case of overcrowding in our hospitals. We have markets where people can carry out goods, selling of goods and services. We have schools to have more wide coverage of education in Kenya, and so on. Then we have encouraged development of industries. One industry can create another industry. How? For example, it is a processing industry like a sugar processing industry. After processing of sugar, what follows? Another industry is going to be created whereby they are going to manufacture sweets, ball gums, and other small things which are needed by people, like snacks. So by use of sugar from processing industry, it will act as raw material to that manufacturing industry. We also have salt. Salt is used in wide coverage, in making of dyes, in making of medicine, in making of paper, in making of glass, and so on. So after the salt is processed now, what follows? It is used in another industry as a raw material to make another product. So it is going to create an industry of another industry. We have promotion of trade with other countries. We have some resources. We make some goods which may not be available in other countries. So that one makes our country to have a lot of market in other countries. We have soda ash in Kenya, for example. It is a very important mineral. You may not find it in most of the African countries. So us as Kenyan country, having that mineral will create market to other industries on which we are going to sell and get a lot of money. We have produce of cheap and locally available goods. Some goods we have here, like cooking oil, we have soaps, we have clothes, they are just made locally, which helps us to reduce the amount of money our government or even individual business people could have used to import them. By importing those goods, those business people, they pay a lot of tax and other charges through the Kenya Revenue Authority and other government departments, which make the goods prices to go very high. But since now we produce our goods, they become very cheap and easily available. You just go to the market, get them without difficulty. Their prices are also going to be very low. We have point number 8 there. Promotes agriculture. Promotes agriculture, a very important sector, which is the backbone of our country's economy. Most of people in our country are farmers. By having processing industry, that one promotes farmers. Agriculture is going to be carried in a wide range because they are going to have a market where they are going to sell their goods. You grow coffee, people need to drink coffee every day. You grow tea, people want tea every day. You grow tomatoes, people want tomatoes to cook in the houses. You grow cabbages, people want to eat every day. Eating is needed daily in a daily service. So, and that one is go through agriculture. We have meat production. People want to eat meat, like in urban centers. They don't have places where they can keep these animals. But now you find that through creation of slaughterhouses, farmers can now keep animals in large amount, which they benefit them very much. Number 9, we have improvement of living standard of people. Through the jobs people get, through the agriculture people carry out, through carrying out small trade activities within various urban centers, people get money, and by getting this money, they can afford to live a life they always wanted. They can afford to buy cars, they can afford to buy land, they can afford to buy good furniture in their houses, build a good house, and that is what we mean by their lives are improved. They live a quality life, a comfortable life, a very enjoyable life. With those are some of the contributions or the benefits we get from our industries when we have the ones we have in Kenya. Thank you very much, and that is what our lesson had to be today.